Okaeri nasai minasan. Today we're gonna talk about Boost Mark II side effect. This entire video idea started with a single photo that I saw on the internet, and that is this photo of Geats lying on the floor holding the Boost Mark II rice buckle. Why is he on the floor? We are not sure, but Kewa looks very worried, and Neon looks worried as well, I guess. And I'm pretty sure that blue shoes, white shoes guy is Jin. Okay, so why is he on the floor? I'm not so sure, but I would assume that it is because of the power of the Boost Mark II. And this is not actually that surprising considering the history of Kamen Rider. I would say most of the time when a rider get a kind of like a sudden power up that is like not the usual power up that they get, is gonna affect them in a sense or another, something like that. Just like how in Kamen Rider build we actually get to see losing control when our main character uses the hazard suit, and we also get to see a little bit of side effect when W uses the extreme. They actually have a little bit of kind of like this synchronization, something like that. And even for Kamen Rider Oz, when AG uses the Putokerasaurus combo, we actually get to see him losing control as well. There's a lot of rider losing control over the decade, over the series. So having S losing control when he uses Boost Mark II is not as surprised as, oh, I wouldn't say loses control would be the correct word here, but maybe he actually hurt himself when he uses the Boost Mark II rice buckle. And why is this happening? One thing we need to understand is that this Boost Mark II is actually a combination of 5 different boosts all in one. And when he henshin into Boost Mark II, we actually get to hear him speaking in multiple voices at the same time. So it's kind of like an overlapping voice effect that we actually get to see from Ukyo S himself. So what if that it is not actually a reincarnated version of S, but actually S from a different timeline, something like that, like a different dimension, different possible future, different possible past, something like that. And this is just the 4S that we actually get to see coming to answer the call of Ukyo S himself, because kind of like the wish that he wrote, like he wrote that one day in the future, one of my reincarnation is gonna blah blah blah, need my strength, steal his resolve, please grant him the strength to do so. So by that wish itself, I would say it would actually make Ukyo as hyper Muteki already, because the goddess of creation is always gonna give power up to Ukyo as long he has the will to keep on fighting. And maybe that is what causes him to not be able to handle, because of the strength of the goddess of creation, like boosted into the Boost rice buckle. It causes such a huge toll on his body, and every single time after he uses it, he's gonna have a little bit of side effect, something like that. Okay, so I'm not so sure if that is the side effect that we are actually gonna see, like he got hurt, or maybe his body became old like Hiromi does. I don't know. I'm not sure what is gonna happen. But another possibility that is happening right now is because all these 5 Boost rice buckle seems like has kind of like their own personality. We know that the Boost rice buckle have his own personality. Every single time when it flew away, he will always look for Tycoon to strike down before it officially flew away. So what if these 5 different Boost rice buckle, all containing a little bit of DNA or a little bit of memory of the previous reincarnation of Ukyo S, causes S to have kind of like a mind jumble up thing that is going on, causes him to be not sure like who he is. Like, am I Ukyo S, am I S Lee, am I A, am I S Garfield, or am I Yakuma Esu? So maybe that is what is happening to S as well. We are not sure what is gonna happen. But then again, with that being said, I also want to take this opportunity to suggest a possibility for all of you, that what if Ukyo S future reincarnation is actually Jin? What if Jin is actually the reincarnated version of Ukyo-S. We are not sure which version he is from, but there is a possibility that Jin is actually the future reincarnation of Ukyo-S. And we know, all of us already know that the Boost Mark II is gonna be used together with the Laserized Riser to create the complete version of the Laser Boost Mark II, something like that. So it is maybe it is already hinting at us that, hey, you know, Jin needed to be a part of the power of Ukyo-S to be able for him to fully control the power of Boost Mark II, something like that. Okay, so this is just a theory that I have. Like we don't have a lot of information, and I felt like in order for us to have a lot more information, it all really depend on the next episode itself. But with that being said, I also want to take this opportunity in this video to talk about some other riders power up. Although I felt like we are also gonna get a Tycoon power up as well. What is it gonna be about? And I felt like Tycoon power up could actually be him tapping into the dark side. Like, in order for him to achieve war peace, he would need to prepare for war, something like that. Because there is a saying that I heard somewhere quite a lot of time already. It's like, if you want war peace, prepare for war. Because when they see that you are prepared for war, you keep each other in check, you keep each other in an accountability loop, something like that. So no one actually got tempted into the dark side, or no one would actually think that the other side is like, wow, this country is too weak, let me just take over it, something like that. So maybe Keiwa's power up is gonna be something more sinister, more ruthless, and more dark side, something like that, like Ninja Mark II or something like that. We are not sure what is it gonna happen or how things are gonna go with Keiwa's power up, but one thing I really hope is that Keiwa's personality is gonna be affected. Maybe his, like, because in order for him to achieve what he wanted, like to fulfill his desire to resurrect all the dead riders, something like that. What if Keiwa actually choose to be ruthless? I can save, because he has an idea that I can save all of you if I manage to get to Goddess of Creation, so I'm just gonna kill you now. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna kill you because in the future I'm gonna resurrect you. What if this is what Keiwa choose to do in the future, something like that? And speaking of Keiwa's power up, like the other rider that could actually have a power up right now could actually be Buffa. I felt like Buffa is definitely being hinted quite a lot to have kind of like a power up coming soon, rather than using the twin command Rise Buckle. What if Buffa is not only gonna use one Jyamato Rise Buckle, but he's gonna fully become a Jyamato by using two Jyamato Rise Buckle, and it is gonna kind of like evolve him into some sort of kind of like Jyamato monster, something like that. It's gonna be really amazing. But then again, I think in order for Buffa to gain a similar level of power with Ukyo-S, with Boost Mark II, we would actually see maybe a combination of 5 Jyamato Rise Buckle as well, rather than just use a double Jyamato Rise Buckle thing. But instead we're gonna see a fusion of 5 Jyamato Rise Buckle, just like how Boost is actually a 5 Boost Rise Buckle mixed into one. So that is some thoughts about the power up for the rest of the rider. How about Neon Kurama? How about is Nago gonna get a power up? I felt like she is gonna get a power up, but it is not gonna be something crazy like Boost Mark II. There's not gonna be a lot of changing in costume, changing in helmet at all, but I felt like it is just gonna be a new Rise Buckle. Quite a lot of Rise Buckle still haven't exist, like that we know of, still haven't come to the show. One of them is Fantasy, so maybe Nago is gonna use Fantasy Rise Buckle as a power up. And we also know that they're gonna release a Beat Rise Buckle that is like a white color, something like that. So that is something really interesting. Okay, like the white color Rise Buckle of Beat form seems like a really interesting choice for Nago to be use as a power up, something like that. I am not sure how things are gonna go, but we just have to wait and see. Power up is definitely coming for the rest of the rider, not only for Ukyo S, because they are gonna fight stronger for moving forward. So that is all from me. Hope you enjoy what you see here. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Click that subscribe button, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.